Hey guys, Rico the Legend here. This is not really a traditional video. I've already tried to take it this, and then I realized this was running way too long. These videos normally don't go that long, but I'll just be straightforward with you guys right here. I am not okay right now. I'm feeling kind of like shit because that's just me being tired, though. I'm not like fighting with my family or anything. Don't worry, but so recently I've been thinking about these things where, well, I'm trying to find another job, but we're not going to really talk about that much. Just know my parents, bless them, they are doing their best to be supportive and loving, but they are pushing me heavily to get a job, and it's every day with you need to send applications, we need to see proof of them, we need proof of the interviews, always have your ringer on, and I get what they're intending. I get their intentions are good, but like it's kind of stressing me out a little bit. First world problem, I know. Look at this. This is the guest bedroom that I'm sitting in. Like, this is the guest room. There's two beds in here, a bookshelf, a mural there, and all my Lego sets up here. Yeah, such a first world problem, Riley, Rico, whatever you want to call me. But I mean, and yes, it is a first world problem, I know, but the stress is just making me sit sometimes and who's texting me? Who the fuck's texting me? Oh, my cousin David's texting me. Oh shit. I'll talk to him later. But in this kind of stress, I was sitting either in the basement, like down here, out there, where I normally record my stuff, watching TV, or I tend to be sitting in my room just thinking to myself, because what else do I have to do, right? So I kind of began thinking, like, I try and come off as this optimist, this extrovert, this guy. You can approach me, you can trust me, I'll be your hype man, bro, come on. Like, this, all around this bro, this guy you want to have around, but excuse like the terminology here, but I think I've been kind of try-harding it a little bit, and that kind of has rubbed people the wrong way. I try and say, oh yeah, I don't care what you think about me. I don't care what you say, do, when it comes to me. Just, if you have something to say to me, say it to my face. I won't have a problem if you're talking behind my back. No. I have some severe anxiety when it comes to what people think of me. I'm not trying to get pity or views or anything, but like, I just need to get this out somewhere. I'd always been saying, joke about yourself the most, then because your jokes about yourself are the best, or to be funny, you have to stop caring what people think. But that's what I used to think until this incident from high school. This spray paint incident. I'll just get it out now. I had been very stressed due to an external factor that I will get into in the video that gets released after this, that stressed me out to the point where I had spray painted some stuff on some concrete outside my school. And, of course, that's vandalism. I didn't get charged with it, luckily, because I had felt guilty about it the very next day. And I'll get into the repercussions of that later, in the next video, like I said. But, until when that incident happened, I learned that without friends to joke around with and to bounce off your humor, you don't get that boost of confidence from having their laughter and their support. And you're just left thinking, is this funny or is it not? And then in that time, like in the last year, I'd been thinking, does anyone really like me for who I am, or do they even know who the real me is? Because I've hidden so much about myself from an emotional level. I've hid all my negative emotions, or what's perceived as negative emotions, because I try and be that guy who's likable and approachable while hiding I would always be listening to people's thoughts. Sometimes when they were going, like, the high school drama, spilling the tea. Just fruit punch. Don't judge it. It's delicious, and I have external reasonings that I'll also get into in a future time. But I was always the guy you could come to with that stuff, that hear out your rants. and never the guy who actually ranted to people, which is kind of why these videos are going to exist. Like I was going to say about this, the side effect of that, because I have a little outline in front of me, because if English class with Miss Wasser taught me anything, it's outlines can really help when it comes to writing. I guess Mr. Hom, too, even though I think he hated me. But, we're not going to go there. Side effect of the whole listening to everybody but never ranting myself was I never really knew who I could turn to. I never felt like I could trust these people with it because I didn't know if they'd care. Like a lot of the girls in my school, I didn't know if they cared or not about how I felt. Especially ones, even if I had known them for so long, I felt like they wouldn't give a shit. And no matter how hard I tried, like, to be this guy who's everyone's friend and approachable as possible, I feel like I still come off as socially awkward. And I get it, people are introverted. But, like, even when they're not, I feel like, despite being one of the most extroverted human beings in potentially the whole Midwest of the United States of America, I feel like I still come off as trying too hard. And yet, I've told myself, you gotta ease into it, and I've gotten better at that. Truly, I have. I've mellowed out a little bit in terms of my hyperactivity. I've done all I can to be this guy that you want to have, especially at like parties or something. I love those. I love having fun. It's still my favorite thing to do is just have fun, to laugh, to smile. Hell, that's what I live for. I live to make people smile. It's what I love to do. It is currently what I will say, the reason I have for waking up in the morning is to go out there to see. That's why I was a waiter in the first place. I liked to go to see random people who I didn't even know, making them smile, making them laugh, making them have a good time. And I thought, you know what? I'm doing something good for someone else. I'm doing good because I can, because it's something that I am allowed to do, something that people can enjoy, and it's something that is easy for me to do when it comes to sharing with people. And I know, sometimes, yes, I try a little too hard. Sometimes it's not worth it, but let me tell you. One time when a dad and his family were at Buffalo Wild Wings, and I was joking around with their young children a little bit, who were in the ages, I believe, of the daughter, I believe, was older. I believe the ages of 10 and 12, and the son would look to be about 6 or 8. And believe me, when you're a waiter, you kind of learn to make these assumptions based on how the reactions and everything, and if they order how they order and not. Then again, it's possibly a personality thing, which is why I have the age range and whatnot. But when the dad turned to the son after needing a special accommodation for his meal, after me going back and literally physically running to tell them, yes, we can make that accommodation, the dad turned to his son and said, "See, I think the kid's name was Dylan." He said, "See, Dylan, you should be very, very happy that we got one of the great waiters." And that just made my heart melt because, oh my God, this in front of me with my notepad still out, this man had just called me a great waiter, and it's heart melting, honestly. Or when there's this family, the Hogan family, they had, I believe, oh man, the 4 times they came in my few months, they specifically, after the first time, they specifically asked for me because they appreciated me so much. And I just, it was amazing. Being in customer service, you see the best of people, which is what inspires my comedy and everything like that. And I know this is kind of running almost on 10 minutes now, but in service, you get to see that side of people. Like, there was another woman, her name was Amy. She took her son to Buffalo Wild Wings for her birthday. Their total came out to $23.21 after I had gone into the system, ordered, like... So first of all, she wanted to surprise him with, like, a dessert. The newer manager, who I had an issue with and caused me to leave, had not wanted to give the kid something free. So what I did was I went into the system and basically put that as cash payment. So that would come out of my like pocket at the end of the day. So, and the ice cream wasn't very expensive. It was only like okay, well, first I gotta say, due to how cheap the ice cream was, their total, which was $23.21, would have come out to $26 even. And the son went to use the bathroom, and I told her, like, I said, I'm a bit OCD in terms of numbers. If you're wondering, oh, everyone says they're OCD. Like, I am specific that mine is numbers. Like, if I could end this video on 15 minutes even, I'd be happy. Like, the total came to $26 flat. And I said, this would have made my OCD so happy. And then I told the mother when her son was away, hey, I made sure to strike this off your meal so that you don't have to pay for that. It'll be on the house for his birthday. And not only that, I got him the basic when this kid, first I had gone into my notes section of my smartphone, and I had typed something in saying like, would he like one or two, cake or ice cream? And she said, oh yeah, two's definitely better, when really, because this woman, I asked her the opinion on, like, I masked it by saying, which dog food do you think is better, number 1 or number 2 of my dog Piper? And really, I was showing her the question. And so I got the kid, like, with like chocolate syrup, with some sprinkles on there, some, brown sugar on there too. I got this kid a loaded ice cream and surprised him with it. And what she had written on the receipt was, to make your OCD happy, with a smiley face, and a $10.79 tip, rounding up to $34, which made me, of course, I took a picture of the receipt because of how heartfelt it was. But then the real issues started coming in, where at B-Dubs, I was very short-staffed with my coworkers, and due to how short-staffed we were, I found myself constantly in the hole with some people. They weren't happy because of the wait times. I had 7 tables at once who all came in around the same time, so that's, if you don't know that, it's basically, I actually fared better than most because I used my ADHD for the forces of good for the first time ever. These 2 women came in. Her name was Kayla Clark, this one lady. She looked about my age. She was taking one of her friends out. They were apparently also food service people. Their order took longer than expected, and I wasn't expecting a good tip from them. But I had a good conversation with them, like, when I had a minute. And I look at the receipt. On a $39.61, the tip said $60.39. I looked at that, and my eyes bulged out of my head. I became an astronomer. And then on the other one, she wrote that this was around the holiday time too, or this was, if you want the exact timestamp, December 5th, 2022. She wrote on the back of this other receipt, Riley, you did literally such an amazing job. I give you major props for keeping composure. I don't think people realize how hard of a job serving can be. You deserve to be recognized. I hope you have a wonderful night and a merry early Christmas. Thank you. And that melted my heart right there, because, like I said, I never know what people think of me, but to see things like that, just to feel validated in this feeling that, yeah, I'm doing good. I'm helping people have a damn good time. It's what I love to do, and if I could do it every day, I could. Alright, anyways, we're at the 14-minute mark, so I'm actually going to cut this off here. And another episode's going to come out later of a whole different side of this story. This was just me getting this off my chest. Again, I'm not looking for views. Don't go, oh, feel for you, hearts, hearts, hearts in the comments. None of that! None of that sappy bullshit. I just need to get this out there, because I've been holding all this shit in for so long that I feel like I deserve to put it somewhere, just to get it off my chest, so I can go on with my life without keeping it anymore. That being said, keep a lookout. If you're into spilling the tea, I have some more stuff coming out after this that I have to be recording, because otherwise this would be way too long and not so interesting. So, with that, I'm Rico the Legend, and I'll see you later. Adios. Bye bye.